As of today, I'm 24 years old, an age where, as one of my anthropology classmates put it, you're not sure whether to celebrate having a child or to feel old because of it. I'm in the second camp. Although I know a few people my age or younger who have kids, I don't consider myself anywhere near ready. And no, it's not just the virus that's causing the delay. Even though I don't have any biological children, I consider myself a creative type, and I'm writing various scripts, stories, songs, graphic novels, you name it, instead of raising offspring. Maybe that's why I'm not ready to become a mother. Because I have so many ideas that they're basically like my children. My brain children, as many creatives call them. For those of you who don't think ideas take as much responsibility or nurturing as children do, then I don't think you fully integrate yourself into the creative process. Like a human child, ideas often come from a collision of two or more ideas. As author and investor James Altucher calls it, idea sex, which I believe holds true. One very silly example of idea sex in my life is the cotton beef or a fluffy cow. How did this come to be? When I was in the 9th grade, my history and geography teacher gave us a list of major exports in the United States, including cotton and beef. However, she forgot to put a comma between the words cotton and beef when there was supposed to be one, hence cotton beef. Also, like a real child, while you don't want to be the helicopter parent constantly watching every move of your child, you also don't want to give them too much space, or else they will rebel. Much like an egg, if you hold a child or idea too close to you, it'll crack. But also crack if you don't take good care of it by not holding it properly. I've seen this with my own ideas as well. While I do want to work hard at making my idea come to life, I don't want to work too hard either, otherwise the creative inspiration goes away. This is why I use the Pomodoro technique, which involves working in 4 spurts of 25 minutes, followed by 5-minute breaks in between. After doing this, you take a 30-minute break, then repeat the process until a task is completed. And during your breaks, please do something that's the opposite of what you were doing before, like walking if you were working on a computer beforehand. Since today is Take Your Child to Work Day, for those of you without children, I propose Take Your Brainchild to Work Day. It might look something like this. You introduce your idea or your brainchild to your colleagues at work, as well as what you do on a day-to-day basis. But what if you don't have a job? This is definitely the case nowadays as we have a global pandemic, and I see this idea of unemployment only increasing with the rise of artificial intelligence. And if it is, then if it is the case that you're unemployed, that is, the same rules apply. Show your brainchild what you do regularly, even if you're not getting paid for it. As children get older, they become more detached from their parents, and the same holds true for ideas. The more developed they are, the more they take on a life of their own. In her book Bossy Pants, Tina Fey also makes this comparison, saying something along the lines of, just as much as you want your ideas to do what you want them to do, eventually they'll want to just be on their own and do their own thing. I've noticed this to be true as well, such as when I'm writing a story or a song. I have a sort of gut feeling whenever I feel like a part of the idea won't work, even if I really want it to. This goes back to the egg analogy. If you try to control your child too much, they will break, and the ideas are the same in this sense. But even if your brainchild does grow more detached from you, it still helps to show them what you do on a daily basis, or almost daily basis. Not only does this help you see what you do on a regular basis with fresh eyes, much like what would happen if you took your human child to your job, but also help you connect your idea with what your life looks like on average. As much as we want to create or invent something that will change the world for the better on such a grand scale, we need to remember that the more mundane day-to-day ideas are also important. If we didn't infuse at least a little creativity in what we wear, what we eat, how we use our smartphones, and so on and so forth, I think the world would be a pretty boring place. And like raising a human child, raising a brainchild can also be very exciting. Even though raising a brainchild can also be stressful, much like raising a human child, there's still never a dull moment when you have one. Thank you.